Chief Information Officer. Act Y, the visionary of the enterprise tech engine. Welcome to the high-stakes, hyper-velocity executive core of a massive e-commerce startup. As the Chief Information Officer, my ultimate mission is to align our comprehensive information technology architecture with our overarching global corporate business strategy. While engineering directors manage sprint backlogs and product teams design individual features, my department focuses on building the digital foundation that empowers our entire commercial enterprise. In a Tier 1 e-commerce platform processing millions of concurrent transactions globally, information technology is not an internal back-office utility. It is the fundamental core of our market dominance. We manage an intricate, multi-layered ecosystem of cloud infrastructure, data platforms, and enterprise business applications that must operate flawlessly under immense pressure. A single structural failure or strategic misalignment can cost the company millions. People frequently misunderstand the scope of a C-level technology executive, assuming my days are spent purely reviewing high-level budgets or looking at abstract charts in isolation. However, leading a modern corporate IT department requires me to stay deeply rooted in technical realities while simultaneously driving the company's long-term digital evolution. I am constantly balancing immediate platform stability with future technological innovation. Being an executive steering this vast, multi-million-dollar technology organization demands an exceptional combination of technical foresight, operational resilience, and sharp commercial acumen. I lead diverse divisions of engineering managers, cybersecurity leads, and data architects who look to me for absolute strategic clarity and organizational direction. Guiding this massive collective while scaling an agile startup is what makes my role rewarding. Act 2. The advanced architectural mastery and hard skills. To effectively lead a world-class IT infrastructure, your foundational technical hard skills must be exceptionally advanced, spanning across global systems architecture and enterprise networks. You need a profound practical understanding of cloud-native computing economics, distributed database mechanics, and corporate information security frameworks. It is completely non-negotiable to master complex data residency laws and modern enterprise applications. Deep expertise in constructing robust, highly scalable corporate network topologies, designing global disaster recovery strategies, and managing vendor risk portfolios is mandatory. You must be completely comfortable evaluating complex enterprise resource planning systems, dictating strict data governance protocols, and orchestrating massive multi-cloud infrastructure migrations. In this elite domain, we treat corporate information as a vital asset. Our specialized enterprise technological toolkit is incredibly vast, sophisticated, and heavily optimized to support absolute operational visibility and corporate compliance at scale. For managing our massive cloud infrastructure investments and compute allocations, we rely heavily on AWS Cost Explorer and Google Cloud Platform consoles. We utilize complex enterprise resource planning software like SAP S for HANA to centralize our global financial records. Maintaining continuous infrastructure governance and absolute corporate data integrity is paramount, which is why we deploy advanced identity and access management solutions like Okta Enterprise. For managing our comprehensive IT service workflows, tracking internal compliance, and handling global infrastructure assets, my teams utilize ServiceNow daily. For executive collaboration, strategic road mapping, and budget governance, Jira Align serves as our system. Act 3. Executive leadership and crucial soft skills. While technical mastery provides the necessary foundation, your interpersonal soft skills ultimately dictate your long-term success as an executive tech leader. You must be an elite communicator who can seamlessly translate complex architectural limitations into clear, actionable financial outcomes for non-technical board members. When a major infrastructure overhaul requires massive capital expenditure, you must explain the commercial ROI with clarity. Conflict resolution, diplomatic negotiation, and absolute composure under extreme strategic pressure are defining characteristics of a battle-tested chief executive. In a hyper-competitive startup, business units and engineering teams often clash over feature deployment speed versus systemic stability guardrails. I must act as the ultimate objective arbitrator, using transparent operational data and clear governance frameworks to align everyone. Cultivating an empowering, innovation-driven corporate culture requires immense empathy, active listening, and an unyielding commitment to organizational education. I spend a significant amount of time mentoring technical directors, aligning distributed infrastructure squads, and promoting a secure-by-design mindset across the company. My objective is to completely eliminate corporate silo mentalities, transforming IT into a trusted partner. Strategic negotiation and vendor relationship management are also vital soft skills that I exercise almost daily in this highly competitive corporate tech sector. Evaluating and holding global third-party technology providers to strict performance SLAs requires exceptional sharpness and diligence. You must protect the data security of your startup's consumers while establishing robust, compliant relationships with vendors that empower your growth. Act 4. A day in the high-velocity executive trenches. My daily routine officially kicks off at 7:30 a.m. with a deeply focused evaluation of our global infrastructure health dashboards and enterprise security logs. I review the automated financial transaction reports and system uptime metrics from the previous night, paying close attention to any cloud infrastructure anomalies. Spotting minor operational bottlenecks early allows us to proactively collaborate with the security team before meetings begin. By mid-morning, my focus transitions from tactical system surveillance to high-level strategic alignment and cross-functional corporate planning. I routinely lead capital expenditure review sessions with the chief financial officer and product directors to evaluate the viability of upcoming tech investments. My primary objective during these sessions is to ensure that our technology budget matches our aggressive quarterly revenue targets. Afternoons are typically dedicated to deep-dive architecture reviews, data governance audits, and actively mentoring my information security leads. We meticulously analyze past pipeline failures, treating every system latency as a valuable learning opportunity to further harden our corporate infrastructure. I also spend significant time collaborating with legal teams, updating our digital compliance frameworks to match evolving global laws. My core responsibilities ultimately center on three critical pillars: technical reliability, financial sustainability, and corporate technology enablement. I am personally and professionally accountable for the systemic integrity, security standards, and operational readiness of our massive corporate stack. This requires me to constantly refine our governance frameworks, enforce strict quality gates, and drive absolute innovation. Act V, the triumphs, the sorrows, and the guardrails. Let's speak candidly about the profound joys of this career, because successfully steering a massive enterprise through a global technological transformation is an unmatched feeling. Watching a completely overhauled enterprise data platform go live and instantly save the company millions in operational overhead is pure euphoria. Knowing that your team's structural precision directly enabled record-breaking corporate growth is rewarding. Another immense source of professional pride is witnessing the professional evolution of the technology professionals under my leadership. Seeing a senior network engineer transform into a brilliant enterprise architect who can confidently design multi-cloud infrastructures is incredibly fulfilling. Breaking glass ceilings and earning absolute strategic authority as a tech leader in a fast-paced domain remains a powerful victory every day. Yet the burdens of this role can be incredibly heavy, as information technology is fundamentally a high accountability, low margin for error endeavor. When systems function flawlessly, your work is invisible, and stakeholders assume the platform runs itself automatically. But the moment a critical third-party integration fails, all eyes turn to the CIO, and the intense corporate pressure to restore services can feel completely suffocating. The sorrows of a technology executive also include the constant battle against legacy systems and the painful reality of compressed budgets. Startups frequently prioritize rapid feature output over core infrastructure maintenance, resulting in complex technical debt. Managing this persistent tension between short-term speed and long-term stability while protecting my engineers from severe burnout requires immense mental fortitude. Act 6, Career Horizons and the Blueprint for Quality. If you desire to scale this peak and excel in this domain, there are critical technology guardrails you must always respect. First, never allow cybersecurity or compliance policies to be treated as an afterthought or a reactive cleanup task. Your professional integrity as a chief executive is your most valuable asset, and you must stand firm when short-term commercial shortcuts threaten the foundational security of your enterprise. Second, Never implement overly restrictive enterprise controls that completely paralyze operational velocity without delivering clear risk reduction. Every single policy or corporate guardrail must serve a practical protective purpose, maximize business efficiency, and remain maintainable by the team. If a control introduces excessive friction without clear justification, find a smarter, automated way to achieve the same compliance. Looking toward the future, the career opportunities for elite chief information officers are expanding exponentially across the global corporate market. As industries transition to automated operations and data-driven growth models, the demand for seasoned technical executives who understand scale is at an all-time high. A successful track record here can easily propel you into ultimate executive roles, such as Chief Operating Officer. To those ambitious technology professionals aiming to reach the pinnacle of this field, here are my golden rules for true success. First, never stop learning and exploring. Stay deeply connected to emerging AI infrastructure, cloud architecture, and security trends. Second, master the underlying financial model of your startup, because a great CIO doesn't just manage servers, they design powerful economic engines for sustainable growth. Act 7, the final verdict on leadership. Ultimately, being a high-caliber CIO means accepting that change is the only constant in this modern digital landscape. You must build an organization that is inherently adaptable, resilient, and continuously learning from both successes and failures. True leadership is not about having all the answers yourself, but about empowering your brilliant technical teams to discover innovative solutions that propel the entire company forward. See you in the next English learning session by Wisdom Studio 8.